A few years ago, at the height of maybe the girls' viral popularity, they were recognized all the time, and now they're still recognized. But there's a couple of things there. I do not want our popularity from YouTube or whatever, or social media, to get in the way of any schooling.
Yeah.
But I've always said that I want the girls to be aware of who they are and their recognition, and to be grateful for that. But I don't want that to get in the way of their schooling. In other words, I don't want them to be in between class and people asking for, pictures or whatever. That is just like inappropriate. It's not part of the school process. So I do not want that experience at all for them.
No, yeah. And not even just the pictures. At some point, it's enough. Like, you can't keep taking pictures. But it's really more when the kids, like, even after a picture or at a play place or wherever, when you observe that now they've gotten the picture, but now they still want to, like, tote around and hang out. And I don't want our kids to feel like they're being forced to be friends with everybody because everybody recognizes them and everybody wants to hang out with them.
Well, the thing is, the girls are so nice, they might do that.
Yeah, exactly.
They're so sweet, they might do that.
Yeah, and also it might be bothersome to them at some point. At some point, maybe they have a core group of 3 or 4 friends. They don't want to have 1,400 friends, and I don't blame them. So we, as parents, are trying to decide, like, what is the avenue to help manage that in a way that makes sense, in a way that obviously no matter where they go, they're going to be recognized.
Well, I mean, they're recognized for being twins, one thing. I mean, when you're beautiful, biracial girls, twins, I mean, you stand out. And then you might stand out even more by, like, wait a minute, let me look at them closer. I think I recognize them.
Yeah.
So that is there. That possibility is there. But the girls are used to it at this point, too.
They are. So for me, it's not even necessarily public versus private. I will kind of rethink that. It's more the size of the school. Yeah. Because to me, public or private, there are going to be kids who recognize them, but it's so much more manageable on a scale where their classroom, or not even their classroom, where their age group only has 70 students in their age group, rather than 400 students in their grade group.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're looking at some public schools and there's like 700 students. Yeah, the school is, good. It could be great. My thing is that when the girls are kind of recognized or asked for a picture, mom and dad can step in after about 5 minutes and say, hey, listen, just come with us. The biggest thing about school is that we're not there to do that. But then again, this is the big thing that I want to talk about. At some point, the girls have to be their own people and their own personality, and they have to say, listen, I don't want to take pictures with you. I don't want to be a dad who always has to jump in the middle and make the decision. We're trying to raise our kids to be forward-thinking, to have opinions, to know that they have their own body and whatever it is. So I'm kind of at this place where I want to protect them all the time, but that's not going to be good to protect them all the time. So I want to see, like, I wish I could be a fly on the wall, at a park or a playground or whatever, and have somebody say, hey, can I take a picture? And then the girls are like, yes. And then after a couple minutes, the girls are like, listen, I want to go play with my friend over here. I gave you a picture, and, like, I'm sorry if you want more, but I have to leave, or whatever it is. I don't think the girls, they're strong enough people, but they're so sweet that I don't think they would make that decision right now. And so I'd like to get them to a point where they will make that decision on their own, but I still want to be there to protect them.
I agree to a certain extent. This is an exceptional situation. It's not usual for 90% of the people in their class. 99%, let's just say.
Sure.
So it's not like, it's possible that there was another kid who this and, and they just got to figure it out. They might be the only ones.
Well, I don't know. Like, YouTube popularity is across the board. People that are gaming or kids stuff like. I mean,
I agree, but
it's a very common and accepted thing. Now, the girls are. Our family does very well. Like, we are very popular on social media. The girls don't understand that as much because they've always had that life. Like, we started this business like 4 or 5 years ago. Other people, kids who are 8 and 9 years old, they're trying to do this. They're begging their mom and dad. Mom and dad are like, I don't know how to do it. When they see us, they're like, let's ask the McClures. Like, they know how to do it.
But this is furthering my point of saying that YouTube popularity is a thing, but I'm also talking about where we live. Where we live, like in California, there's tons of those kids who are constantly, they're on YouTube, their families are big, whatever. So they're all in the same area. They all go to school together. They probably hang out together. I don't know these people. But I'm saying, like, thinking of our area, unless there's somebody that I'm truly missing, there's nobody in the girls' age group.
Well, I don't know. You know, we live in Atlanta, and it's definitely a hotbed for entertainment. And you know, I'm not sure that there's kids who are
That's
that
what I'm
popularity,
saying, kids.
but they're
I'm talking about
definitely
kids.
around us. There's a lot of professional athletes, and they have kids.
Correct, but people don't recognize the kids are professional athletes unless those
Right.
kids are constantly on social media.
But I still stand by my point is that at some point we have to try to put the girls in the best environment, but we can't always be there to jump in and referee and say, hey, stop talking to my daughter. We have to do the best thing to let them know as strong people, as strong women, that these are their bodies, this is their voice, they can be around whoever they want, because we can't always be there to referee things. Yet I want to be. I want to be there to protect him, but how good am I going to transfer the skills of being independent if I'm always there to referee? So, like I said, it'd be great to be a fly on the wall to see how they are, but also we do need to put them in the best environment for not only who they are as social media stars and popular characters on the internet, but also their personalities. They're very sweet. They're very how would you describe them? Like they're outgoing, but they're not aggressive at all.
They do not. They're not the kinds to walk into a crowd of people and try and be friends with everybody. Like, they're very gregarious. They're very friendly. They're not shy. It's not that they were like try and hide away, but they prefer a smaller, close knit type environment, if that makes sense. You know, again, to reiterate, it's not like they're going to like cower in the corner if there's a large group of people, but I just feel like they won't know like how they want to break off into friendships. For them, I see them, at least what I see is that they thrive in a more personal environment.
In a more personal and a more earnest environment. The girls are very thoughtful, and just like Jersey, they're very peculiar about their surroundings.
Yep.
You know, they'll go into a situation and try to figure out what's going on before they make a move, whereas some kids are exceptionally gregarious, and they'll take over the room. The girls are not people to take care over the room. You've seen us on videos and such, and we're all personalities and entertainers. But in real life, we're all very reserved in that way. I can go into a room and turn it on if I want. But
you usually have to start the conversation with us. And then, I completely agree. Turning it on is like, okay, if you have to, if you're at the event and people came to see you, then great, you're going to make sure you turn it on. But if I'm at an event and I'm just at an event, you may not even know I'm there.
Right.
And then you see me, I might, but I wasn't there to be recognized, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know.